Hello, Western Oregon fans, and welcome to this edition of Wolves Weekly. Joining me today, we have the coach of the number 2 seed in the NCAA West Region, Coach Jeremiah Robbins. Exciting news this week as Western Oregon was selected as that number 2 seed in the West Region. They'll be traveling down to UC San Diego this week to participate in the NCAA West Regional. Coach Robbins, talk to me a little bit about this West Regional and kind of the conclusion of the year and as you guys head into this one.
Definitely honored to be selected into the regional. It's going to be a very competitive regional with the other 3 CCA teams and us representing the GNAC and Western Oregon University. So, you know, I like where we're sitting at the 2 seed. I think looking at our season and how it's went, definitely a good reward for our student athletes here at Western Oregon University. So we're very excited and definitely honored for the opportunity.
Just to fill everybody in a little bit, that's West Regional. Western Oregon will return. We'll go down to UC San Diego. UC San Diego grabbed the number 1 seed, while Cal Poly Pomona, out of the CCA conference as well, grabbed the number 3 seed, and Sonoma State came in as the number 4. Western Oregon will open up against Cal Poly Pomona at 1 p.m., while UC San Diego will then take on Sonoma State at 6 p.m. Following day, the winning teams will match up at 6 p.m., while the losers of the games on Friday will match up at 1 p.m. That's kind of just a breakdown of it. It's a double loss elimination tournament. Western Oregon was lucky enough to host this thing a couple times up here at Salem-Kaiser Stadium, but just an exciting type of time. You've talked to me about some of the goals you had this year, and it seems like that's another one that you have to say was knocked off. You guys picked up the conference championship last week as we talked about it. Going to regionals, I know that always is a goal for you right there, but not done yet.
It is. It's a huge goal for us, and obviously, you know, getting to a regional is one thing and getting out of a regional is another. And, you know, we feel our kids are prepared. They're ready to go for this opportunity. You know, you're facing 3 of the best teams in the region. And it's going to be a grind down there. And the thing I like about this year is our kids are prepared for that. Our season, with how improved the GNAC is, it's been a tough fight for our guys. And they're ready for it. They're excited about it. The one thing I like is we've been to UC San Diego, so we know the field down there. We played 4-game series there to open our season. So we're not going into unfamiliar territory. A couple of the teams we've never seen this year matched up with them. So, you know, there's some mysteries there, but it's still baseball. The bases are still 90 feet, the mound's 60 feet, 6 inches. And I like where our kids are at mentally right now.
And you talk about that right there. You talked about how you started the year off this year, about being down at UC San Diego, but I want to talk about the way you closed the year. This year, even kind of a parallel to last year, you guys won 21 of 23 games to close out the year. That pitching staff really came together. The defense, I want to talk about that. I mean, that seems like it's really started clicking for you guys, especially that infield defense. Talk about that one, how you guys have gained a little bit of momentum, and you actually finished the year 37-13 and 27-5 in the conference. Dominant there.
Very proud of our efforts, and obviously the old cliche of pitching and defense is going to win a lot of ball games, and we proved that very true with the back end of our season. We have some concerns with our hitting. We need to be 100% better hitting-wise, but you know, the thing that we're proud of is, you know, the things that we focus on most, the kids are succeeding very well at. And you know, it's a tip of our cap to our players of the work, all that stuff that we put in our practice sessions of grinding on defense and working with the pitchers and the mentality piece, and that has been very well. I love the way we bunted in the 4-game series against Billings. I thought the kids just fought and clawed and found ways to win 4 consecutive games, and then obviously the pitching speaks for itself. Our pitchers came out and threw strikes and had a good mindset as they went through. So, you know, like I said earlier, I like where we're at mentally right now.
And I'd actually like to talk a little bit about that 4-game sweep you guys had to close out the season against Montana State Billings. Also, that featured senior day as well. You guys had 2 pitchers, there were 1 hitters in that one. I know that's not happen every day, but fantastic effort. First of all, game 1 by your senior, Michael Ward, who also picked up Great Northwest Athletic Conference Player of the Week this week.
Mike is You know, we've talked about Mike numerous times on Wolves Weekly, and he's been honored throughout the year with a couple other, I believe, conference GNAC Pitchers of the Week. And, you know, what a career he's put together here at Western Oregon. And I couldn't find a better way for him to go out his senior year than being rewarded with an opportunity to pitch in a regional. And we're so excited for him, and all the other guys too. But a guy that's been with us from day one when I first got on here as a full-time head coach, and he's been through some arm injuries. He missed a year with Tommy John, and how he's bounced back from that and just been even better. And I think the world of Mike, and I'm very proud of his efforts here.
I just want to make a quick note on Mike Ward. He is now ranked second in Western Oregon history with 24 career wins and second in career strikeouts. It's amazing, like you said, 4-year career. Guy's been dominant, and consistency is what I got to say about Mike Ward. Want to talk about some of the other pitchers you have in that one? Cam Nobles then comes back in game 2. There was a very good game. And you talked about small ball execution. We got to hear about this play that everybody's kind of buzzing about, the 2-run suicide squeeze.
Yeah, that was kind of a unique play, and it's something our guys love doing. But we caught him off guard, and that's the purpose of the play, catch him a little bit off guard there. But it's all about execution. Number one, of getting the bunt down and everybody working on the same page, and that happened. The one thing I was very proud of in that game too was Cam. Just going out there, and he needed a good bounce back, and he pitched very, very well in his senior day for himself too. So I was very proud of Cam, and he looking at last weekend against NNU, he had some rough outing there a little bit where hitters kept fouling pitches off and then they'd get a hit. Well, this weekend he would find a way to get them out. So I was happy for Cam. Very good job of as we transition into the championship season.
The transition over to senior day, 2 junior pitchers steal the show there. Grady Wood wins his 8th straight start. It just dominated the GNAC this season.
He's done a phenomenal job, and we've talked about before. We knew what Grady could do for our program, and you throw him out there. That you look at the start of his season. That's not a true test of what Grady was. The end result is what Grady is, and he did a phenomenal job. And then Kirkland in game 2, and geez, it was impressive to watch to shut out a team twice. I look back to a little bit at the LC State series of how we pitched that, and I would compare this weekend to that a little bit. But our pitchers stepped up, and they did it at the right time too, because our hitters were in a bit of a funk this weekend, and we bunted very well, but we did not hit where we need to be hitting, and that was a bit of a disappointment. But the good thing is these guys like to work and like to get better, and we'll do that here before we head down to San Diego. And
on a personal note for me, I thought it was a nice way for you guys to close out your senior season with Zach Miller grabbing the save, coming in for Kirkland, pitching a perfect 9th inning, getting that save. He seems to be a very good part of this team and well-liked amongst us. So I thought that was a nice little note, nice way to close the season. And congratulations to Zach Miller for grabbing that save there as well. But the season is not done yet, is really the main purpose of this whole one. There's a lot of excitement still going on. Regionals is this weekend. We'll see how you guys do down there. Great setup. You guys are strong going into it, and great opportunity in front of you. And as you have always mentioned, it's all about opportunities in baseball.